Hello everyone, this is JPL, and this video is later than I had expected this to be. This should have been done a couple of days ago. I'm celebrating my 1-year Bronyversery, and what that means is it has been 1 full year since I officially announced myself to be a Brony. Now, and this is different from the Ponyversary, because Ponyversary is just when I started my journey to become a Brony. So I didn't know what to do for this video. And so then I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna tell the story of how I became a Brony. So, okay. It started a few years ago, like in 2012, near the end of the end of season 2, and that's when I found out there was a fandom that likes My Little Pony, and I can't really remember when or where I learned that from, but I can speculate. I met this guy by the name of, by the internet name of Connell, which maybe some of you guys know who he is. He's been part of my channel for a while. And he said that he was a Brony and that he watches My Little Pony. He was very upfront about that. You know, he was probably where I learned where a Brony came from, but I could have learned it beforehand. But he was the first legit Brony that I met. And he said, like, every once in a while he'd say, hey, you should probably watch My Little Pony. And I'd be like, no, I'm not. The show made for little girls. If you want to watch it, that's fine, but I'm not going to. And so yeah, that's the first year I had with him, 8th grade. Then on to my freshman year. That year, he and I became closer friends. We were connected by Minecraft and stuff like that. And we had a class called GRC, or the Guidance Resource Center. It's kind of like a study hall where it was just the two of us. And so we would always argue about the dumbest things, like whether or not a dolphin had gills. I thought they did, but apparently they don't. So, yeah. And in there, he kept saying, "It's like, you know, you're like, come on, you got to watch it. You have no reason not to watch it." And I'd be like, "No, I'm not gonna watch it." He does that. He keeps saying it a lot, and I said, "Okay, I'm never gonna watch it until I have kids." That's what I said to him. Until I have kids, I'm not gonna watch it. Is what I kept saying. And then one day, he told me, like, oh, I'm very excited because there's like a My Little Pony movie called Equestria Girls coming up. And I don't know why, but I felt really excited for him. Because he was my friend and he really liked that stuff, and so I was happy. And he's like, oh, you should at least watch you should probably watch the trailer. It's cool. And I was like, no. So I went home and I watched the trailer, and that would be the first, like, actually pony thing I've seen, and I did not like it. Like, Equestria Girls, ponies turning into humans was the first thing I saw, and it was like, no. Every other cartoon does this, so why would I want to watch the same thing? Hey, at least they have a cow pony with this weird pink cotton candy pony thing. And so I thought, you know what, if I was ever to watch this, to understand it, because the animation, it looks okay, but at that time I was not big on animation and stuff. And so I looked up, I said if I was ever to watch it, I would watch it from the beginning in case it's a continuation of all of the other pony stuff. So I look at the very first episode, just the thumbnail, in the very first episode from Generation 1, and I saw the design of the pony, and I thought, hell no, I'm not gonna watch this. And so, that happened. And that summer, I started watching Death Battle, and one specific one was Rainbow Dash versus Starscream, and that kind of brought me a little bit closer. Well, I had a little more intel on it, but I wasn't interested in actually watching it. I sent the video to him, and he was really happy. First semester, well, first half of the semester, it's like, I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, Corral, I'm not gonna watch the ponies. And then one day, November 4th was the day. It was November 4th, if you remember from my Ponyversary, I declared that day to be the official day, which, yes, it is the official day that I started getting more interested into it. So I was watching Llamas with Hats because it had been a long time since I'd seen it, and that video, in the recommendation section, it led me to something called Rainbow Dash Presents, and so I thought, oh, look, it's ponies. I'm not gonna watch it. Then I looked closer and saw that the art style was completely different and not the same as what I was, the ponies I saw way back when, and thought, this must be, I don't know, a spoof of the series. And so I watched it. Really liked it. I watched the entire Rainbow Dash Presents things and thought, cool, it's cool. Pony stuff, yeah. Like, I love their humor, I love their art style. And then I found the Mentally Advanced series, which is from Rainbow Dash Presents, or Rainbow Dash Presents was from the Mentally Advanced series. I watched that, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I will watch ponies because it's cool. Like, I feel like there's a lot of lore to it. That was one of my thinking, because Rainbow Dash Presents, it was just so mysterious how the world was built. And then what did I do? Yeah, I watched the episode with the Parasprites. That would be my first episode I ever watched, mainly because it was the only video on YouTube at the time that was not a review. I watched it. I did not like it. It was too cheesy. It had one of those creatures that keep multiplying, and I thought, more stuff that's repeated all the time, and I thought, no, I'm not going to watch this. So then I find Friendship is Witchcraft and watch that. Then I start getting into reaction videos and start watching them. And then I started watching the reaction videos and to a lot of fan animations. After I watched almost all the fan animations, was defined from many different reactors. My first reactor that I found was Alex-art. Then I thought, you know what? I'm probably going to watch it. And so, I can't remember when I started to watch it. It was November 21, I think. Or December 21. But it's sometime later in November. It was sometime later in December. It's sometime within that time period. I don't have the timestamps on me, so sometime in that time period I start watching season 1, 6 episodes at a time in secret. Most Fridays my parents go to a thing called game night, and I would watch it during them, watching 5 or 6 at a time. And then I finished season 1, and it was okay. So then my parents, they had to go on a 2-day trip, and so I watched season 2, 3, and Equestria Girls all in the span of 24 hours, without sleeping at all in one day, which which is funny. And after that, you know what? It's like, you know what? I really want to watch the show. It's getting pretty good. So then, it was my parents. You know, it was scheduling was difficult, and I was impatient. So I just watched reaction videos to the rest of season 4, and Rainbow Rocks, multiple reactions, so I can get the full story. And then sometime, you know, reading the fan fictions with Cupcakes and Rainbow Factory. I really liked them. Joking about my mom about bronies and what's it be like to be a brony. Because my mom, I said, hey, Carell watches My Little Pony, and she was like, oh, jokingly, she said, oh, stay away from him, because he's weird. Like, she didn't really mean it. Like, she likes to joke around a lot, so. But then I started drawing the ponies and stuff, and one day in art class, I decided to show her my drawing and said, I watched My Little Pony, and I didn't expect her reaction. Her reaction was like, okay, that's fine. I thought she would be okay about it, and I didn't want to tell my dad. He was away at the time, so. But then, you know, I just started watching it around him, and he never really questioned it. Like, he sees I'm watching ponies, and he's like, okay, he's doing whatever he's doing. And then April 1st, like, I decide, okay, I'm gonna be a brony. And I made my announcement that I was a brony. So then season 5 came along, I watched that, and talked to it with the Carell. BronyCon came, and because my grandparents live 40 minutes away from the convention center, I went to BronyCon that year, 2015. Then I got a bunch of autographs, got an autograph for Carell from Andrea Libin, which is his favorite, the voice actor of his favorite character, Pinkie Pie. And when I gave him the autograph as a birthday present, he was so shocked that I would spend the time and spend the money to go up and get an autograph just for him. And he got emotional. He was almost in tears. And then the rest of season 5, the tragedy happened. Now, you know, I'm on season 6 now. And lo and behold, that is my basic story of how I became a brony. And I did meet one other brony down here, which is FlameWolf. He's another friend before I started watching the show. And he's pretty cool. I watch the stuff with him now. And during the summer, I reformed my sister, and she's watching the show. And that's my story. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.